We last left off with our bears seen on the screen. And in here it says, think about the patterns or similarities and variations that you observed about the bears. So as we were looking at them, we saw bear one, bear two, and bear three. Remember, bear one was like 400 pounds. Bear two lived in a tropical area and was about 100 pounds. And bear three was like the largest and it was about 600 pounds. They ate different things, different coats, different shapes. Some had shoulder humps, some didn't, some had long claws, and some didn't. Okay. And which bears are most similar, and would you group the gear, and how would you group the bears together? So of these, would you go one and two together, two and three, one and three? How would you group them together? And they're all bears, but bear one and three are more similar. These bears live in the same environment and they eat similar foods. And then these bears' weights are close together. Bear two is a little bit of a variation. So remember that word variation means difference, right? So yes, it's a bear. It looks the same, looks like a bear, talks like a bear, but it's not quite like a bear, right? It's not the same as bears one and three. Okay. Bear two has enough differences to be considered a different species than bear one and bear three. And let's figure out what a species actually is. All right. Organisms that are more closely related can be grouped into different species related on the patterns that scientists see. So a species is a group of organisms that are closely related to each other. All right. Now, we're going to take a little trip to this place called Greystone National Park. And remember, we're wildlife biologists, right? Today, we're going to find out exactly what our mission as wildlife biologists will be. What do you think that mission is going to be? What do you think they're going to be asking us to do? Well, near the park, there is a school named Greystone Elementary School, and the second grade class is interested in learning more about the wolves in the park. So they want to know about these wolves. And the students are very curious about this pack of wolves. They're a species known as gray wolves. Okay, what can you observe about these wolves? Let me show them a little bit larger, and I want you to type in what you think you can observe about them. Type what you observe about our mountain or elk mountain wolf pack, these species of wolves. Again, as I look at them, they all look very similar in their face. They look similar in their ears. Maybe if I got closer, I might find something slightly different. I see some of them have a blackish, dark gray coat. One looks like it has that white coat here. They look like they all have four legs and a tail. Their face looks very similar. Okay, kind of like what like a husky dog would look like. Okay. The students are especially interested in the wolf that is light gray, and this wolf is going to be called Wolf 44. The students have sent us a message with their questions. What are some questions, before we take their questions, what are some questions you have about Wolf 44 as it relates to this elk mountain wolf pack? What questions do you have? Let me show you it again. Let's take a look over at our friends from Greystone National Park, the elementary school. And it says on there, hello, wildlife biologist team. Our class is visiting Greystone National Park. We've been observing a pack of wolves and we have a question for you. Why are wolves different from one another even though they are all the same species? Why does Wolf 44 look so different? We observe that it's light colored and all the others are dark colored. We're hoping that you can explain the answer to these questions. Thank you. So that's going to be our work here in this chapter 1. Why are wolves different even though they are all the same species? As we continue in the next couple of days, what's going to happen is that we will have the chance to observe photographs of more wolves and begin to look for patterns that may help us answer the questions for Greystone Elementary students. Okay? And that's all for today. We'll get to the rest of it as we go forward.